Being called a pandemic among the unvaccinated.
This is becoming a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
A pandemic of the unvaccinated.
This is an epidemic that's occurring in the unvaccinated.
We're seeing a pandemic among the unvaccinated.
This is becoming a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
Pandemic of the unvaccinated.
This is a pandemic of the unvaccinated.
We have a pandemic among the non-vaccinated. We have a pandemic because of the unvaccinated.
We could have had this under control. We were well on our way. And the only people that you can blame, this isn't shaming, this is the truth. Maybe they should be shamed, are the unvaccinated.
We've got to shun folks. We've got to shun people into getting vaccinated.
We need to shun those that refuse to get vaccinated.
The unvaccinated people have put us in the position that we're in now, and it is not a good place.
The only pandemic we have is among the unvaccinated. And they're killing people, and they're killing people, and they're killing people, and they're killing people. And they're killing people.
Now, how did they go from all of that to this? New COVID-19 guidance from CDC focuses on individual decisions. Those exposed to the virus are no longer required to quarantine. Unvaccinated people now have the same guidance as vaccinated people. Students can stay in class after being exposed to the virus. It's no longer recommended to screen those without symptoms. And just like that, after 2.5 years of tyranny, after 2.5 years of death, destruction, and damnation, after 2.5 years of our freedoms being threatened every single day. Just like that, we're back to normal. Now the bitten and the unsnake bitten can live together happily ever after. But there's just one problem. The same people that caused all of this are still sitting in those same seats. They still have their same positions. So what makes any of us believe that this won't happen again? Except next time, much, much worse.
But China is dealing with a new virus. It began tracking, researchers around the world have begun tracking a newly identified virus in China with dozens of cases recorded so far. It's called the novel Lange-Henipavirus. It was first detected in the northeastern provinces of Shandong and Henan in late 2018, but was formally identified by scientists last week. That virus was likely transmitted from animals to humans, according to scientists. Taiwan's health authority is now monitoring the spread. Researchers tested wild animals and found laviviral RNA in more than a quarter of 262 shrews, a finding that suggests a shrew may be a natural reservoir. A virus was also detected in 2% of domestic goats and 5% of dogs.
What I find fascinating is that you all have been eating Chinese food this entire time, for decades. The Chinese food industry dominates your community. So we can assume that you all have probably eaten rats, cats, and dogs. Oh my. But what's even more fascinating than that is that there's never been an outbreak. There's never been a pandemic. You all have been consuming these foods for decades, and there's never been an outbreak. And we can agree that you've probably consumed a rat, a cat, a dog, a bat, or even a shrew at least once.
Man, y'all better not be eating no food from these Chinese restaurants, bro. That's a whole cat in there, bro. I hope y'all see that. That is a whole cat. In the vacuum seal bag. No, I'm not eating no more. In the vacuum seal bag. No, I'm not eating no more Chinese food, bro.
Take a picture. I don't know. Shit, you tell me. Look. I look like chicken? Come on. Come on. Look at that. It's what they sold me. I look like chicken? They said it was fresh. It ain't chicken. This is what I'm saying. You know that Chinese and you don't know, Rasta. I'm telling everybody, these people are wicked.
Oh my God! Oh, stop fucking playing! Wait a minute, hold on. You got that way? Back to the Chinese store. Back there? Yeah. That was for real? I don't know this is. Okay, I told you this. Okay, for real? I don't even want that. What the fuck is that?
It comes from China.